Hello everyone, it's Pete and Grada here from the Purple House at Forth in northwest Tasmania with our weekly
update
of things,
health
tips and things you can do to keep yourself well and healthy. Today we want to talk about something that is forgotten about in the medical world often. There's a big gaping hole in medicine that forgets about something which is major in good health across the board, really. It's one of the major minerals that we lack.
80% of the world population lacks the mineral magnesium, and that is most likely you as well. So if you're listening in to us, thank you for taking the time to listen in, and we'll just go through some symptoms so that you recognize, oh, perhaps this is me, and we want you to know that you could have a much better life if you supplement with magnesium, and that's everyone. And in a minute, Pete will explain the reasons why 80% of us is mineral deficient, especially magnesium deficient. And by the way, that's a conservative number, right? Personally, we think it's closer to 95%, but the research says 80%. So here are some of the symptoms of magnesium deficiency in what we call early warning signs. So early warning signs are physical, mental fatigue, tension in your upper back, shoulders, headaches, PMT, fluid retention, breast tenderness. It's a long list, but anyway, weakness, like unexplained weakness, confusion, anxiety, irritability, nervousness, and also like severe mental illness. But that, I guess, would be not a warning sign. That would be like full-on magnesium deficiency, leads to like psychosis and mental illness, seizures, tantrums, insomnia, cramps and spasms in your muscles, twitches in your eyelids, calcification of your organs, including kidney stones,
and leaching of calcium from your bones, so it causes
brittle bones,
osteoporosis.
That's right. Hormonal imbalances, poor digestion, weak bones like abnormal heart rhythms, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, blurred vision, so like when your eyes are good one day but not good the next day, can lead to mouth ulcers, not being able to get a breath, like so people who sigh a lot. So you might know somebody who's always like sighing out loud,
taking big breath too.
Because they feel like can't get enough air, but actually their cells lacking energy and oxygen. Constipation is another one, and also like sensitivity to light and sounds. So like I'll just quickly tell a little bit before, and then Peter can explain why we are so magnesium deficient. And it's absolutely, you can't overlook it any longer, because people are so sick from it, they're not getting the right answer, and millions of people are actually dying as well from magnesium deficiency. So we hear a lot about like heart disease, that's like the #1 killer in the country, but a magnesium deficiency is also behind heart disease, and it's one of the causes of Alzheimer, dementia, early dementia, and diabetes as well. So like apparently diabetes is synonymous with magnesium deficiency as well, right? So Pete, why do we claim that everyone is magnesium deficient, other than we do see it, of course, when in our clients who come to us for the first time, they're all magnesium deficient?
Well, normally we would get magnesium in our food, but we don't get that if the soils don't have it in it. And lots of our soils don't have magnesium. They don't have a lot of the other minerals either. But magnesium, if we eat food that's grown with superphosphate, which is normal farming methods, then the phosphates actually bind up the magnesium, so the plants can't get it, we don't get it, animals don't get it. And so we're really not getting any. And then if we eat a normal Western style diet that's got a lot of carbohydrates and sugars, and carbohydrates turn to sugar, then every molecule of sugar displaces about 50 molecules of magnesium. So yeah, we're eating lots of carbs and they're displacing the magnesium in our system, and which we aren't getting in the first place unless we supplement, really. It's one of the, after air,
oxygen in other words.
oxygen, water, salt, iodine, magnesium. It's
number 5, we believe, in order of importance.
Yeah, and it
makes a huge difference.
It does. And with our stressful lives, everyone is often stressed out at work or got financial problems or any stresses. Magnesium is the essential mineral to drop us out of that stress. But if we're stressed, we're using up magnesium all the time as well.
So you don't ever get depressed, do you? You get depressed.
we get,
because you get depressed because your body can't have deep rest. Like when was the last time that your body literally enjoyed a sort of really, really deep, that you felt rested to the core of your being, right?
Because that's the mineral that relaxes us, totally relaxes us, pushes us into the side of the nervous system where we can sleep well and our...
So magnesium deficiency is absolutely at the root cause of everything, right? So Pete, we can talk, you can think a bit more why everyone is magnesium deficient, but I want to go back, we'll just break it up a bit.
I just want to explain why the correlation between diabetes and magnesium deficiency. When we're stuck in flight and fright mode, stress mode, which is lack of magnesium, we're pumping out adrenaline that's causing the liver to release glucose continually into our bloodstream, which then causes the pancreas to produce insulin, and
then you become insulin resistant.
And then you become insulin resistant quite quickly if you're stuck in that flight and fright side, which magnesium pulls us out of that. That's why magnesium deficiency, people with lack of magnesium, they'll end up getting type 2 diabetes before the person who's supplementing with magnesium.
And apparently every 3 seconds somebody is diagnosed with diabetes around the world. That's absolutely staggering, isn't it? So, so that, I think that is absolutely telling as well, that everyone is magnesium deficient, including the children, including moms when they're pregnant. So like all our clients who are pregnant, we immediately suggest they supplement with iodine and magnesium as an absolute minimum. And thankfully, none of our girls, like our pregnant women that we've seen over many, many years, there have been hundreds of girls, none of those have suffered with postnatal depression, because postnatal depression is always caused by massive magnesium deficiency, because the magnesium is stored in the placenta. The mom is meant to eat the placenta. If you look at Mother Nature, the cow eats the placenta, right? That's as soon as the calf is born. And if the cow doesn't eat the placenta, all the other wildlife is eyeing for it. So like they'll fight over it because they know how it's just full of nutrients. So I'm not saying for you to eat the placenta, although like you can, there are ways to do that.
You can dehydrate it and encapsulate it.
But why just not simply supplement with magnesium now and always for the rest of your life, right? And then you feel good. So
we did say at the start there was a gaping hole in modern medicine, but I want to tell you a story of one of our clients who had muscle spasms, twitching all down one side of her body, and she went to the GP, and much to the GP's credit, she said for that person to take magnesium. And so she went out and bought magnesium and started taking it, and it didn't make any difference. And she went back to the GP, and the GP said, well, just continue taking magnesium, but it didn't seem to do a lot for this person. And we recommended she take Sandra Cabot's formulation, which has actually got 2 of the smallest possible particles in them in that combination, so it's absorbed into the cells a lot better. And this woman went out and bought Sandra Cabot's formulation, and 4 days later the spasming and muscle twitching she had for months and months and months had gone. So there is magnesium in magnesium.
A lot of magnesium on the market is actually just you're buying fillers, like it's filled with like inferior magnesium and other things, and plus we also, so that's a waste of your time and money, so don't do that. And we've recommended Dr. Sandra Cabot's now for years, for decades, with good results. The other thing is we don't recommend calcium and magnesium combination because you don't need more calcium. What you need is you need more magnesium, and we do recommend that along with your magnesium you also have a pinch of boron every day. So the boron helps your magnesium to literally get pushed into the sites where it's most needed.
Plus it gets the calcium into the bones.
Yeah, so it removes like calcium from your soft tissue, because the aging process simply means calcium goes into the soft tissue and you get like bent over and hard, your bones get weaker and your soft tissue gets harder, right? And so boron plus magnesium supplementation helps for the aging process to be reversed, so your body can rejuvenate itself and you get younger again, because age is just a number on the calendar. It's not really, doesn't have to reflect who you are, truly. So magnesium, I just want to say this.
You wouldn't really think I was 85, would you?
No, because you're 64, that's why. But pretty good specimen for 64. Alrighty. So I just want to read out symptoms of absolutely severe magnesium deficiency when you're in dire straits. Like it goes like this: extremely thirsty, extremely hungry, and so like it's not satisfying what you do. Frequent urination, like so got weeing a lot, bruises, poor wound healing, so bruises for no reason, and dry and itchy skin, unusual tiredness, numbness and tingling.
Mumbling?
Mumbling of no. Yeah, mumbling probably. Would be good if that would help, wouldn't it? Numbness or tingling in the hands or feet, candida, yeast infections, panic attacks, psychosis, postnatal depression, cloudy thinking, confusion, hallucinations, and also tooth decay, slow healing of your bones and fractures, and kidney stones. And there's a lot more than that too. But anyway.
And people who have had major traumas, surgeries or illnesses, they need a lot more than what you normally would need if you're well.
Like, let's say if you normally need 4 capsules a day, that's what I take, which is absolute minimum for me. Sometimes I double it, right? But so let's say 4 is your normal standard dose, and you have an accident or a trauma or even an emotional trauma, of course, you might need to double it for a while, like for a few months, not just a couple of days. So we really have to learn to look after ourselves a lot better. But so you might need to take 4 in the morning or 4 at night.
So sometimes your bowel won't tolerate it, because an overdose of magnesium will cause you to run to the loo too much. Mm-hmm. So we recommend people build up to as much as your bowel will tolerate before you start being too loose, and then get it in through the skin if that's only a small amount. So magnesium chloride spray is a 70% solution of magnesium, which absorbs in through the skin, goes into the bloodstream all around the body. Plus, if you've got areas of aches and pains, you can spray that directly onto that area, and it'll go into that part that's aching, and because all aches and pains usually is too much calcium in those areas, causing calcifications in the tissues and the joints. So then the magnesium will help drive that out with that pinch of borax and get the calcium into your bones and relax the muscles and soft tissue and decalcify the joints. And Epsom salt baths are another way to get soak in a nice warm bath with about 6 cupfuls of Epsom salts. So you need, to get the solution of magnesium up. And the sulphur is also good, needed in the body.
From the Epsom salts.
From the Epsom salts. It's, so you get a big bag, 25 kilogram bag from your farm supply merchants, and put it beside your bath, and you can do that. Grada and I do that pretty well every night, and take whatever we take orally. I take 4 tablets every morning. So
it's very safe, like Peter said, because if you overdose on magnesium, it'll just go through you into the toilet, right? So you don't need to worry about it. And the other thing is, you can listen to us today and think, all right, I'm going to the doctor now, I'm going to have a blood test done to see what my magnesium levels are like, or a hair test, hair analysis. But those tests are not a true reflection of the magnesium in your body, because only 1% of magnesium is actually stored in the blood, right? So there isn't a test to tell you, oh, you are such and such amount of magnesium deficient. We have to go by the symptoms, and I've just read all those symptoms out. Plus I'll put them in the article here as well, so you can read it again and just discuss it with your partner or your bestie to see if it resonates. Sometimes people around you will point things out to you. They'll say, you may think, now I'm pretty clear, but they might point out to you that you always have brain fog or something, because we often don't see things about ourselves. So if you're already taking a lot of medical drugs or prescription drugs, you also need more magnesium for sure. And also if you have leaky gut. So leaky gut means your intestines are compromised, they're too leaky, so toxins and stuff go into the bloodstream. And again, this would be probably 95% of the population has leaky gut. We all have leaky gut at different times, and your body can heal very quickly from leaky gut. So don't believe people who say, oh, that's going to take 9 months to heal or whatever, because it's not the case at all. Our body can restore itself very quickly, and we recommend anything spore probiotics, that they're really, really hardy.
They heal and seal the gut 50% better than other probiotics. And
Synthol's got that in it too. Synthol also kills candida, so this is a really great one. If you have candida, which is also pretty much everyone, immunosymbiotic is another really great one. So yeah, if you have mercury fillings, you upset your
magnesium balance.
Yeah. Mercury, candida, and then another really big one is parasites. So Peter and I, we often go on about parasites. So like pretty much everyone has parasites, cause a leaky gut, and the parasites, they know what's good for them, so they eat a lot of your magnesium as well. So get rid of your parasites too. And we have lots of articles. If you go on our website and you click on Grada's blog, you'll see all my blog posts, and then you just put parasites in the search button, and you can educate yourself, because education or wisdom or knowledge is power that gives you freedom, and ignorance kills you.
And so, everyone, including you, really needs to take control of your own health.
Well, and life and happiness, right?
We do.
Your body.
We can't rely on anyone else.
Because the doctors are absolutely swamped, as you already know, like the GP. They're just too busy, right? They're drowning with sick people. And like, sometimes there are no proper tests anyway for your problem, right? So they literally can't help you, and it's really, really good if they point you in the right direction, and then you start learning a little bit more about yourself, which your body will love you for it. Your immune system will absolutely love you for it as well. So other than what Peter now suggested already with your diet and supplementing with magnesium, healing and sealing your gut, of course we highly recommend that you come in for a healing session once in a blue moon or regularly with Peter and me. Okay, I mean, that goes without saying, because sometimes you have so much stress in your body, or so much trauma from your childhood, or from that's all suppressed, and that blocks the magnesium absorption.
And your body may not be absorbing the magnesium, and with a bit of healing energy that can be reversed. And
Straight away,
so you absorb it readily.
It's always the first thing we do during a healing session, regardless of what people come in for. We balance your minerals, and then straight away your body can heal itself. It's like if your computer is all jammed up, you need to clean it, don't you, or defrag it, whatever the word is. So we're your Norton antivirus. So we help your body get rid of all the little glitches and stuff in your energetic system, so that you feel better straight away. And then straight away people feel calmer as well, of course, right? That's the benefit. So like it's like your nervous system gets recalibrated to where it should be, and sometimes it can happen in one go, but sometimes of course it needs a little bit more, because it would be too drastic, wouldn't it, Pete? But definitely worth it, and we look forward to seeing you as well, like old and new clients. It's really great to see old clients that we sometimes haven't seen for like 5 years, and suddenly we reconnect again, and it's just really lovely to catch up with people again who've been in our community for many, many years, and new people, of course, and people who are regular, who come every week or every month. We appreciate everyone. So I hope that you find this information useful. Please share it as far and wide, because I think most people will relate to it, and then you can start to feel better. I hope you have a really great week. Is there anything else?
No, I think
thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Have a good week. Bye.
Bye everyone.